is my slam time. Gonna bust up your behind. This is my slam time. Gonna mess up your whole mind. This is my slam time. Gonna bust up your behind. This is my slam time. Gonna mess up your whole mind.
Hello and welcome to another EWA Classic match. I am joined as always by Taylor Osborne, whose name is definitely not in the bottom left corner of the screen. Just feel free to ignore that completely.
Just put your hand or your thumb or something over that side of the screen and you're fine.
And cover the Psycho Mike as well, he's not there either.
Yeah, he doesn't exist.
So this match is the culmination of the ECW, which if you haven't been tuning in, why not? But it is Extreme Cruiserweight Wrestling in EWA. No rules in terms of disqualifications or whatever, and a 215 weight limit, was it, for some reason? I think it was slightly above the 205 limit, wasn't it? And this is the culmination of the tournament to crown the first ever champion between Will Cruz and Greg Mysterio. Now, if you haven't watched previous episodes, you might be unaware of Fun Hinged and the trouble they've been causing on ECW, but we will get to that. So, without further ado, let's get into the match. And let's ignore Michael Cole, who's waffling away, because we still didn't have the rule out turning commentary off.
Don't worry, I'm pretty sure millions do ignore.
Custom Arena again, by the way. I think this show was called Anarchy.
Just making his presence.
Yeah, I think I saw it at the edge of the thing. But I still love how simplistic it is. It really is. Really is, man.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with it being simplistic. It works. It works, especially for a product called ECW. In a way, you know, because ECW originally was quite low production value and simplistic and basic in terms of that sort of thing. But
sold it. It's just so beautiful with it.
Yeah,
it was literally that alternative to the two big companies.
To be honest, the fact that you put two different turnbuckle pads, two different coloured turnbuckle pads, was way out of ECW budget. They'd have definitely bulk bought all in one colour. Oh, that was a. That was a springboard into a 69 splash. What the hell was that? Yeah. Why did you land that way?
There has to be some reason for him showing
no idea.
offense here tonight.
I mean, this game's great for some of the ways people land off springboards and that. It's just so awkward.
Yep. Oh, he nearly got him then. He nearly got him. Uh-oh, there's the cat. Oh, the joys of having a PS4 live broadcast without the notifications turned off. Thank you to the recorder of this. So that was a fun little thing. Will Cruz jumps out and misses. Greg Mysterio jumps out and misses. Will Cruz jumps out and hits. Like, that was a fun little back and forth.
And then jumps out and cops an elbow.
Okay, and now we've got an interesting situation. Yep, I almost don't blame Mysterio for that there, because we've got a situation, a bit of a standoff here. Oh, neither man's got a reversal, but Will Cruz gets the springboard drop kick. Very nice.
And this situation is going to be gone in 2K22. That's going to be interesting side.
Yeah. So when they first announced, or when I first heard the rumour that there was going to be no reversal caps, I was a bit like, ugh. But now they've explained the new system, I'm a bit more optimistic about it. You know, like, yeah, you might always be able to reverse, but there's no guarantee you'll actually press the right button to reverse. I'm okay with that. Like, I think that's a good compromise.
He misses the
less one button reversal and all you've got to be, as they keep hyping, it's more about strategy now than ever.
Yeah. Was that a chicken wing miss, by the way? The 630 splash?
I think so.
He disappeared off the top of camera and came back down in position like he'd done 2 rotations, but I don't actually know.
And there's the classic, he's doing the comeback at the absolute wrong time.
Yeah, kip up into the opponent's attack.
Yep.
Like, as soon as he stepped out the ropes would have been a good time to... Yep, that's a 630. As he stepped out the ropes there would have been the time to kip up for me, personally. Like, when he can't physically attack you. Uh-oh. So here's Psycho Mike, here's Taylor Osborne. Psycho Mike takes out Taylor Osborne because we are the fluid. There we go. Remember, no rules in ECW, so no disqualification here at all. Will Cruz rolls out, and Fun Hinged have got involved. Who are they helping? It looks like Greg Mysterio so far, but not anymore. And Psycho Mike's already rolled out.
They're not helping each other.
Yeah, not helping anyone. But yeah, so this was always the plan, was for Funhinge to ruin the ECW title match, because the feud so far, the main feud on ECW has been Taylor versus the owner / general manager of ECW. So it's been like an authority angle, but with the heel being the wrestler, a bit of a twist on it.
Yeah.
And they've decided to ruin the final of this. Oh, but Will Cruz just decided to ruin Psycho Mike's neck, so that's fun.
That's it. And I don't even think there was any logic. Oh, well, there goes a kneecap. I don't think there was any logic except for just ruin anything that, you know, what was his name? Dylan Mercer.
Dylan Mercer, that's the one.
Yeah. If he wanted to do it, it was going to get ruined.
I deliberately avoided saying his name because I'd forgotten it, but yes, Dylan Mercer, that's correct. And it's cool. Yeah, it's cool that Will Cruz and Greg Mysterio, the new cover star. It's fun that they've noticed what's happening and stopped trying to fight each other. It's just turned into like a 2-on-2 brawl at this point. And the referee's going to count the pin willingly for Taylor Osborne for some reason, even though he's not in the match. Well done, ref.
I know. You got to remember, no rules. It's like, well, it's a fatal 4-way now.
Yep. / tag match, / whatever it is.
Yep.
And got him.
And he's heading back in.
There we go, sit him down. I don't know how long we actually went on with this brawl, but this was the main event of the first pay-per-view to crown the first ever champion. And in classic WWE style, we booked a no finish. But it was all part of a bigger story, so hopefully if this had ever made it to YouTube, people wouldn't have minded. People would have understood.
Oh yeah. That, and I know we sort of promised these two, like when we told them what the story was, we made sure we really guaranteed them it's not anyone interjecting into the title match. Those two will have their match later for the title, because no one was ruining that for them.
Yeah, you two have earned the right to one of you be the first champion, just not yet. Like, yeah. And I was meaning more from like an audience point of view, if we were broadcasting this show. Like,
I'm just covering that side of it to let everyone know. So behind the scenes, as far as players go, we sort of.
Can you believe that? To the outside now, perhaps looking to.
Get we don't tend to like interrupt people's championship aspirations as best we can. You know, we tend to allow titles to flow to the right person. You know, without interfering too much. Every so often there might be a rigged finish for a title match, but that's super rare. Right, and like this is an instance, but like you covered, it's not the finish of the title match exactly. It's, you know, just a delay to the finish of the title match. So I'm guessing that's the end of things. There we go. Let's just leave Greg Mysterio lying on the floor. There we go.
Hell do we do for another 2 minutes?
Yeah, good question. What did we do for another 2 minutes?
Oh wait. Up there. Oh, we just brawled all the way up the.
Oh, okay. I think this was our planned finish point where I walk out. Yeah, there we go. There's a good end to the video, isn't it? But apparently,
that was the
person controlling Greg Mysterio didn't approve of that being the end of it. Here we go. He's going to come and join us, I think. Mate, to be honest, we were probably all in headset at this point, so he probably just.
I don't think we were in headset.
Yeah, he probably just decided, you know what, it'll be fun to carry this on. But yeah,
that was probably
we would definitely have cut it before that.
Oh,
I left.
Oh no, we have. Yeah, you're right.
He's just decided he's carrying on.
Where you can see the finisher coming before it actually comes. And let me tip you off to something here. It's coming, and it's coming.
Psycho Mike and Will Cruz fighting over there.
This might be the end of the road for him.
So I was going to say, interestingly, it's a fatal 4-way situation with an AI now, so he's not going to see Taylor as an ally.
I'm gone. Like I'm deciding to go the other way now.
Yeah, you've gone back to the ring.
In a fatal 4-way,
the first put an ambulance up there.
Submission or is our winner.
This is pretty good because I get an idea. So like, what else did I do up here?
Didn't we? Didn't you put an ambulance in the main arena to amplify the sort of the danger of the no rules? I feel like an ambulance was a regular on this video, wasn't it?
Oh, might have been.
I feel like you put one in, you know, to make it seem more, you know, brutality kind of. No rules means risk.
I know we did do an ambulance match once.
You can't like his.
I was wondering if
I
they
don't
had.
think
I
it's
don't
in
remember
this.
it, but I remember.
Yeah, I think because I remember I had to design the arena with a line up at the end of the stage. Rather than getting into the ambulance to close the door, it was to drag on past that line. They had to actually drag the opponent past it. So, yeah, everyone's leaving.
Everyone's gone. Oh, Greg decided not to leave. He went to the leave menu, but didn't leave. I'm just curious if anything else happens. I don't think it does at this point. Just worth.
I don't even know what I'm doing.
Probably fended off AI Will Cruz at this point, I would think.
Oh,
Oh, there we
I'm
go.
probably running around.
Yeah, probably.
But,
Well, there we go.
Walked away twice. That's brilliant.
There we go. Let's just leave him
There we go.
dead on the screen. Or we could have this dead one. Which dead one should we have?
We may as well go for this one. That dead one right there.
There we go. No one else on the screen. Lovely. Dead Greg Mysterio. That's our finishing point. Yeah. So fun little match between them before we got involved, but obviously, the plan was never to have a clean winner. I think we probably came down at that point. I think one of them either was in headset or might have been in group chat saying now would be a good time to come down or something.
Probably, yeah.
Prompt us when's a good moment where, look, this match is probably going to end if you don't interfere. The next pin probably does win it, kind of thing. Yeah.
It also explains some of the things they were doing, not taking full advantage when there's no reversals left and all the rest of it. So, there's no real sense of urgency.
Yep. Yeah. I think that's
always change up a match.
Definitely a thing that you can. Well, it's definitely a thing you can sort of improve upon. But so it's always something that's bothered me a little bit in real wrestling. Is so to take a recent example, you get matches like Lashley versus Lesnar at Royal Rumble, and you get a lot of near finishes and blah 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 blah. And then Roman Reigns comes out after the ref bump and screws Lesnar, and Heyman turns on him. But what if Lashley would have just won with the Hurt Lock earlier in the match when he had it locked in? What if he'd have actually got the win there? Would Heyman just have stayed with Lesnar and pretended that was never the plan? Because it's all scripted, we all just accept these things. But within kayfabe, what was the plan if the match finished before Reigns came out? Between Reigns and Heyman, what was their plan then? It's the
way I look at it, it's sort of one of those because you look at how Reigns went to the ropes and he held his hand out, sort of thing.
Yeah.
He was telling Heyman, "We're doing it now." It's sort of
Yeah.
kayfabe wise, it's Roman pulling the trigger on that.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
It's the only way to really sell that. There's no other logical step you can do. It really is.
Yeah, I mean, in that specific example, yeah, that works. But there's so many examples, isn't there? There's examples where matches go half an hour with near falls both ways, and then someone interferes, and then the person who wins because of the interference goes, "Ha, master plan." It's you could have lost 15 minutes ago. Where was your hope then? Where was your master plan then? You very nearly got pinned off a finisher 15 minutes ago.
Go back to the classic casket match between Michaels and Taker at the Royal Rumble, where Kane turned on Taker and burned him in the casket and all the rest of it. But sort of finally break Taker into, all right, I'll fight my brother.
Yeah.
Up until that point, there were a few false finishes and all the rest of it.
Yeah, but at least again that was an impulsive thing from Kane, not a plan between Kane and Michaels. I'm thinking
True.
I'm thinking I'm trying to think of a good example. I can't think of one off the top of my head. But you get a world title match, don't you, where right near the end there's some big turn to help the heel champion retain or something. And it's yeah, but you got hit with a finish 10 minutes ago. You could have lost then. Why did your plan not come into fruition then? I get near falls are dramatic and stuff, but within kayfabe, the first time the title seems in danger is where the interference should happen. Kind of thing. It's
don't even let the title get in danger. Just 10 seconds into it.
Just do what Madcap Moss and Happy Corbin did to Drew in the Falls Count Anywhere match. That made perfect sense. Just attack him from the off. There's no rules. Just attack him.
There's no DQ throughout the whole match. Whenever Corbin could. He attacked.
Yeah,
Until,
because,
you know,
because it
Madcap
made
decided
sense.
to give himself a pole driver, and then it was like, get him out of there.
Oh god, yeah, that was horrible. Anyway, coming back to EWA, away from real life stuff. Yeah, it's just a thing. Like I say, I think in this situation, because this is Fun Hinged plan, they're not teaming with Will Cruz or Greg Mysterio. It's fine for them to just to be watching backstage and go, let's go get involved now. Now's a good time, you know, kind of thing, and off they go. But like, if you actually have a planned interference, it needs to make sense. Like, the first time the person you're helping takes a finisher should be when the interference happens, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Because, you know, that's the first risk of them losing, the first real risk. Like, you know, as much as people go for pins and look surprised when there's a near fall off a elbow drop off the top rope, if it's not your finisher, it's not finishing them. We all know that, you know, kind of thing. So, even within kayfabe, they probably know that, you know. So it's like... It's one of those things. We should make a mental note of that if we're planning on doing interference that's actually planned between a participant in the match and the outside interferer, like, conspiring together, it should be probably earlier than we usually let it go. Because I think we have this thing where we're like, well, we want to let the match go like a good 5-10 minutes before we interfere. But honestly, you don't always need to.
I think a lot of times nowadays, like, we used to, like, be a little bit more hands-on than we are now, because we know the people we can trust.
Yeah.
And honestly, I think there's been a few times where we've left it, and when you watch the match back, it's just as that first finish is actually hit, when the interference comes bolting down and go, no, this isn't happening, sort of thing. So, yeah. Again, it's sort of like, I guess we're dealing with individuals. As I just said, we know some people we can trust to be able to get that sort of stuff done and have those logical steps.
Mm-hmm.
And there's other people that...
Not so much.
they're just not quite there. Well, you know, it's... You can be a wrestling fan, you may not grasp finer concepts of storytelling and all that. It's perfectly okay.
You can enjoy wrestling without fully dissecting it and having to understand why you're enjoying it, I think is the point. And if you don't dissect it and understand why you're enjoying it, it might be hard to replicate. You know, like,
that's it.
You know, it's...
Oh, we got some people that openly say they love the games, but they don't watch the product anymore because they're not a big fan of what's actually being broadcast.
Yeah,
so...
that's another possibility. It's not like just enjoying the games, but not really watching it. You know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think this went well. I mean, after Psycho Mike hit Taylor, so again, a little tweak we could make there would be to sort of have the interference time better, where one's on the inside, one's on the outside, or they're separated a bit, just to reduce that chance of us both clashing over the same person. But it fit for Fun Hinged at the end of the day. You know, we always did stuff like that. You know, so
is it ever a Fun Hinged match if we didn't?
Exactly. But yeah, this was fun. So eventually down the line we will cover, assuming we still have a video of it, I've not checked this, the crowning of the first ever ECW champion. But for now, the title is, what's the trendy phrase in WWE the last few years? Held in abeyance. It's vacant. Is what we used to know it as. But yeah, for some reason that's probably a Vince McMahonism in the headset to Michael Cole. No, say held in abeyance, damn it. Like...
Yes. Be fancy.
Yeah. So, but yeah, there will eventually be a first ECW champion, just not tonight. And up next, the next two, I have the next two videos for the series planned out already. We're going to record these back to back, breaking that fourth wall, High Court Cabana. The next ones are, and we've not established which order, but the next two are definitely going to be a fallout from this interference match and the first ever EWA champion.
Ooh.
They're the next two. So make sure you subscribe and you'll soon find out which one comes first and what they both entail. And don't forget to leave a like to, you know, help us with the algorithm and show support and show us that you're enjoying the series. Let us know in the comments what you thought of this match and the interference and just thoughts on interference in wrestling in general. I'd like to know, like, I bet there's a lot of people out there that are just dead against it. Probably more like hardcore New Japan fans that don't get a lot of it, you know, stuff like that. Like, it still happens, but nowhere near as much as American wrestling. You know, it's like a special
occasion,
isn't it?
It only happens if they're part of Bullet Club.
Yeah, and if it's part of like a major angle, it doesn't happen like three times a week on weekly TV like it does in American TV.
It doesn't happen in three matches.
Yeah,
3 times a match.
Yeah. So let us know your thoughts in general. But yeah, we'll see you next time. Anything to add, Taylor?
Nah, that's pretty much it.
Okay, well, then, until next time, bye!
Bye.